Hi guys, Kimberly here from Make Me a PT. Brill. So I've just come on, I just thought I'd quickly do just a quick video about the warm-up section. So during both level 2 and 3, you do have to conduct a warm-up, but not just that, you also during the plan have to write exactly what you're doing and why you're doing it, okay? So sometimes it can be a little bit overwhelming. You can read everything and it just be a bit confusing. So with us, as you know, we like a cheat sheet. So we've wrote everything down, and this is brilliant for our learners in the studio and our learners that are at home as well, because we want to make sure that no stone is left unturned. Okay. So with a warm up, we obviously have to warm our body up, prepare it for exercise. If we go straight into exercise without kind of pre-warming our joints, our muscles, we're very prone to injury. And most of us do know that, but when it comes to actually writing it down on paper and knowing the exact order that it has to go in, we can kind of get a little bit lost or a little bit confused, or just want that little bit of help with it. So again, that's exactly what this video is for. Okay, so the different phases of a warm-up is a pulse raiser. So okay, what this does is it increases the heart rate, circulation, and the temperature of the muscle. So first things first, we want to let the body know we're about to get moving, we're about to get active, and the best way to do that is just start off just getting that little body a little bit moving. And during the warm-up, remember, we are working through the REP system of a 3 to 4, so we're not kind of going absolutely crazy and jumping around everywhere. So it is just to gently increase the heart rate, circulation, and get them muscles, that temperature of the muscles nice and warm. And it's really great because during when we do like the induction side of things, we actually have to do a group warm up, and I have to tell our learners that it's our job at that point to tell any of the people in the induction, come on guys, remember it's our RP system of a 3 and 4, because you will get some people that are going hell for leather, trying to show off, trying to like show how hard they can work during a warm up, but that is not what we're looking for the warm up. The warm up is to get the muscles warm, not to like kill them off. It's not a circuit. So during your consultation, you might have to tell people to, come on guys, slow it down. This is not where we're gonna like really build it up. It's a gentle increase on getting your body nice and warm and letting it know the next phase that we're going to move into. Okay. The next part I think is absolutely crucial, is joint mobility. Again, because don't forget, our joints don't have blood flow. They have they don't have blood flow. It has fluid. Okay, so what we need to do now, the body's nice and warm, it's then ready to get our joints moving. I have a bit of a demonstration down below so you can have a little look. So it's getting all them joints moving. The muscles nice and warm, the body's nice and warm, but what we need to do is make sure that all the joints and everything are moving as well, because like I said, there is no blood flow in them joints. Okay. Then we're going to move over to dynamic stretches. So don't forget, the dynamic stretches are big movements. Okay, so for us, like we'll do it like we're crossing the body, kicking the back leg out. So we're looking at ways that we're going to elongate the muscles to make them as long as possible, but we're not holding them. That's for the cool down. So again, here is just like a little something that we kind of, an example that we give to our learners that they can use. By all means, use this. It's, this is the purpose of it. So again, it could be a bit of a pulse raiser, a bit of a jog on the spot, star jumps, high knees, glute kicks. Again, depending on what you're about to work. So for example, if you're going to do a lower body, stick with something like that. If you're going to do something upper body, you might want to add some of them in, or again, full body, but you wouldn't kind of do like loads of lower body if you're about to do an upper body workout. Okay, so remember, make sure you are picking the exercises that work right for you, but it is about warming that body up. Okay, so it's making sure everything's moving, but you should still be able to have a bit of a consultation then, a bit of a chat, just like, hi, how you getting on, how you feeling, have a bit of a chat, make them feel at ease straight away. And that is a game changer. It's our job to make them feel comfortable, not the other way around. Okay, there we go. And then again, we kind of do like shoulders, joints, like some big movements. It's all them ankles, hips, rotations. It's getting them joints moving. So it's lubricating the joints ready for the movements. And again, we would always do wrists, circles one way, circles the other way. Obviously make sure that our neck's one way, neck's the other way. Again, make sure everything's in sync. If you do one way, you have to do the other way. We'll do the hips, we'll do the hip abductor, we'll do the ankles. Again, it's just making sure that we're moving everything as well. Okay, and then the dynamic stretches. Again, for us, we would like throw it across while kicking the back leg out. So as you can see, we can stand up, like you'll be able to see me. So we'd kind of like cross it over while kicking. I don't know if you can see, like kicking that back leg out all the way over. Then we do it all the way up. Again, it's all about moving that body, getting that heart rate up as well, keep the body getting warm as well. But what we're actually looking for during it is you writing it down as well, because we have to we have a look at this to make sure you've planned everything perfect. We then have to send it off to Active IQ, who say, yeah, they've understood the assignment, smashed it, well done. That's what we're looking for. We're making sure that you're not just writing it down, but you're understanding why it's working. So it's great, even on your when you're writing it down, just write the muscles that it's working, so we know that you know what it's working as well, and not just going, oh, I'm just going to do that because of this, because ultimately we're looking for these extra little bits that make you stand out as well. So yeah, so again, these are like just little things that you can do, and it's great because we actually like really help. We want to help our learners. We don't want them to think, oh my gosh, I'm stood there going, oh my God, what move can I do? These are just some examples, and this is kind of what it's working, kind of get everything working as well, which is brilliant. So hopefully you've got no questions on that. You're going to kill the workout and get it absolutely wrote down perfectly. And then the purpose of the cool down, again, remember, so we don't kind of tell people about the blood pooling situation, because as soon as you say blood pooling, they're like, oh my God, what does that mean? Like, and you kind of like, people get worried, but don't forget what happens with blood pooling is your body doesn't know that it's stopped exercising. Okay, so if you just do like a massive workout, done a brilliant workout, now it's time to cool down, and then you just go home, and then your body's still pumping at that rate. Okay, so imagine that you go I don't know, like you're speeding and then slam on. It's kind of like you've got to give it preemptive. You've got to let your body know that it's cooling down. I like that analogy. I've never used that before. So it's about lowering the heart rate gradually, preventing dizziness, because like sometimes we get out of bed really, really quick and sends you a little bit dizzy. It's a little bit like that, okay? And it aids recovery and flexibility, because at the end of the day, we need to get them muscles flexing as well, because they're going to become tight. You've just done one hell of a workout on your clients, and returns the body to its resting state. Again, so here, again, depending on what kind of cool down you need to do. So some you might want to do a bit of a CV, where you kind of jump onto like a bit of a CV, lowering the heart rate, which is great because it just lowering it down. Again, really lowering it. You should be able to talk throughout it, because it's about cooling the body down rather than warming it all the way back up again. Again, some really, really good examples here. And again, yeah, we've kind of gone over, let everyone know. And then again, we have to have a look at static stretches. So static stretches are the ones where we hold, okay? So for example, if we're going to cross over our body, make sure you're not touching on the joint, because you're going to put a lot of pressure on that joint. So make sure you explain, don't touch on the joint, you're holding into it. Or again, if you're doing a bit of a leg stretch and you're stepping back, make sure that your hands are above the kneecap. Just little things like that. And again, it's really, really great just to kind of let people know exactly what muscle it's working and explaining it really well. But that's the difference in the different types. So remember, the dynamic is moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep it flowing, keep flowing. And then the static stretches are there to stretch and hold and hold and hold. So we're looking for about well, it says 15 to 30 there, but we are about 20 to 30 seconds, really, really stretching and holding. Because don't forget, after you've worked out a certain muscle, it then going to tight and come contract. So what we need to do is then stretch it out to aid recovery as well. But yes, so this is a bit of an overview of what to expect from a warm up and cool down. And again, it's really, really great if we can. I'll see if I can show you a template of, let me have a look. This is your level 2. See, this is everything that all our members get. Just because, let's have a look. Consult types of training techniques, list, Just bear with me, there are quite a lot. Group induction, I'll have a little look at this. Group induction, right, I'll go on the example because then let's have a look. No, not exercise. Template, that's what I'm looking for. There we are. Let me open this. Brilliant. So this is basically an example that I give a empty one, a clear template so they can write their own. And then I kind of write exactly, this is an example what we're looking for. So we've got the pulse raiser, we've got the warm up, we've got the dynamic stretches. It doesn't have to be these exercises, these moves. It is just a bit of a, oh, right, I get it now. Because sometimes if you give someone a blank copy, they're like, they can overthink it. Again, here you can also add on the muscles that it's working as well. That's not going to hurt at all. So again, you can see we've broken it down on here, making it as easy as possible. Again, I've shown exactly what we're looking for. So we're looking for, we've got a goblet squat, reps, sets. Remember rest. Rest is one that people always forget. We've got teaching points and nasty. And then during it as well, you also need a progression and a regression for each exercise. So this is just a template. This is what's included or what's needed, sorry, for the main component. Obviously, we've not spoken about the main component. And then if we come all the way down, you then need cool down stretches. So we're holding them for 30 seconds on each. So we've got a butterfly stretch, and then I've explained it as well because it's really, really good for you to know that stretch inside and out. So write it down. There we go, and exactly what's expected. Hip flexors, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. There we go, and that's a session that I've created there, which is a 45-minute session. But again, if you write everything down, once we handed this over to Active IQ, they can go, oh my God, they understood the assignment, they've smashed it, we're happy with that as well. So yes, so I hope that has kind of made it a little bit easier to understand and hopefully a little bit more enjoyable as well to think, I know this, I've got it, I'm going to write it down. Yeah, but I hope you like it. And like I say, here's a sneak peek of an example that we give. Yeah, so you do need to know the exercise. You do need to know the reps, sets, and rest. Rest, rest, rest. Remember that one. And again, write all of it down here, here, here. As you can see, that's how we demonstrate that our learners. And then progression and regression, because it is part of the criteria that you do know a progression and a regression as well. I hope you have enjoyed this, and there'll be plenty more videos on its way.